How do you do?
Well, do you actually want to know? Because been a little bit frazzled.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Kellgren-Fozard and this is my beautiful wife, Claudia.
Hello.
Isn't she lovely? I know. You can't have her, she's mine. Now we have 3 delightful children together.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yeah, it hit.
Last night I was looking at them and I was like looking at the twins in the bed. And I was like, I made them in my body. That's crazy. 1 year ago, they didn't even exist.
She started nudging me and she was like, Jessica, I made them in my belly. And I was like,
so surreal, isn't it?
A year ago today, they were frozen in a petri dish. I say they weren't a they then.
No,
it
was just a one embryo.
They were a single embryo a year ago.
Exactly. And now they're their own little tiny human beings with their own little personalities. They're like laughing and smiling at things, and one has a preference for a doll and one has a preference for a little bear already, and it's amazing, isn't it?
It is absolutely remarkable. Now, as you might tell new visitors to the channel, Claudia and I have a slightly different aesthetic. And we always have. People often ask me, actually, because I love vintage style so much and I love vintage fashion, whether I'm married to someone who also loves vintage clothes.
The answer is no.
No.
I do like them. I do appreciate them.
On me.
Yeah, and to be honest, I like comfort. I like throwing on a pair of trousers that are comfortable, jeans usually. Didn't realise, but I quite like into like sensory. I don't like touch too much, I don't like scratchy things, buttons, fussy things. Which brings us
to, since we have identical twins in 2 very different styles, we thought we'd take the fun opportunity of each dressing one of them for a week.
Yeah, that's the great thing about having twins. We can each have a mini me.
Yeah, I think we already have a mini me. Theodora's very social and outgoing and chatty. She's just like me. And Augusta is much
chatty when
more...
she wants to be, and other times she's like leaving it.
She likes you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she can't hide it. She just doesn't want to see your face
just
today.
Scowling.
Yeah, that's you, honey.
Yeah.
That's you. Our babies used to be
teeny
this
tiny
size, teeny tiny.
So
when they were born, they were just 3 pounds.
Their combined weight was less than Rupert's birth weight.
Yeah. But they are now much, much bigger girls.
Yeah.
So we have each put together some outfits. We're going to show each other the outfits and see what we think.
Okie dokie.
Don't hate me.
We already have had like some disagreements, haven't we? Because basically the girls were born and Jessica went and bought like everything in a shade of raspberry. That's what she says. It's pink. Everything's just pink.
I'm not denying that raspberry is a shade of pink, darling. I'm not denying that.
Yeah, but if you say every shade of raspberry, it just ends up being like light pink, dusty pink, pastel pink, raspberry.
I have dark raspberry too.
Yes.
So don't.
And I was like, what happened to us dressing them like, gender neutrally here? And then she's like, I kept Rupert's clothes.
Yes,
but
I kept Rupert's clothes.
Yeah, but we haven't seen them in many of Rupert's clothes as of yet.
Because they were so small.
I'm taking every opportunity to dress them in Rupert's clothes.
Yeah, I understand.
Because also it's just really nice. And also my old clothes.
Yeah.
Like my old cardigans.
Adorably, Claudia's mother kept, it's the first thing I'm going to show you, little dress.
Was that mine?
This is yours, yes. This is Claudia's dress from when she was a baby. Her mother kept it.
Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it?
I
mean, it's cute that she kept it.
Very sweet.
It's like, and also some of these things, they haven't really lost their...
I mean, like, imagine she hand washed it.
I feel like baby's clothes, I was going to say it's like style. Or maybe because we quite like traditional clothes. So traditional clothes are timeless.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. That's the joy of traditional clothing. I would also like to just before there's any more accusations of Jessica only dressing these children in pink, that I also dressed Rupert pink clothes from the girls'
I think
aisle.
it's because the issue is you like traditional, and a lot of traditional clothes, like you don't find them in pink. So yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, so you gonna show your outfit first?
Yes, let's get ready. First outfits. So we might not always agree when it comes to our children's wardrobe, but one thing we can always agree on is that learning should be fun, and toys shouldn't be passive. That's why our family is such a fan of longtime sponsor KiwiCo. Their crates inspire children to innovate, create, and discover interesting concepts at their own pace, while still having lots of fun. You might remember back to when baby Rupert first explored KiwiCo crates for the Panda Crate, which is full of research-backed activities for babies and toddlers that engage their senses in learning. Well, I am loving seeing his confidence grow as he takes the skills skills he learned from those boxes and moves on to STEM topics in the koala crates, which is for ages 3 to 6. Each crate is expertly designed to teach children about subjects like art, science, technology, and engineering by meeting them where they're at and building up their practical skills as they make something they can use again. Oh yes, this is not a toy subscription where the object gets played with once and then is useless. KiwiCo crates spark their curiosity and encourage problem solving to nurture skills that will last. This month, he has been exploring colour with the Colour Discovery Crate and enjoying learning both art and science concepts as he attempts to make his new favourite colour violet. He is so proud of himself for now having his own handmade bag to carry around. I really love the subscription service for taking the guesswork out of finding new age-appropriate monthly activities, but you can also buy one-off boxes, toys, or educational materials from the KiwiCo website. It is great if you want to just try out the service, but also it makes for a wonderful gift. KiwiCo is actually one of our go-to places for birthday presents that children will love and their parents will love too. Keep your friend, buy their children good gifts. So if you would like to try some amazing hands-on projects delivered right to your door every month, go to kiwico.com/Jessica and use code JessicaKF at checkout for 50% off your first monthly crate or 20% off your first panda crate. Perfect with the holidays coming up right around the corner. Did I mention they have crates for adults too? Because I'm already adding some of those to my Christmas list. Okay, now my first outfit. Da, 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 da.
That was Rupert's cardigan.
It is! Look, this is Rupert's cardigan that was bought for him by his godmother, Clara, who's also the editor of this video. Hi, Clara.
Yeah, I brought it all the way from Spain.
She did, she brought it all the way from Spain.
Jessica asked her for a traditional
Spanish baby clothes.
Baby, and this was the item.
Yeah, it's really cute. And I put it on top of this lovely dress, which has embroidery and smocking.
That dress, I don't mind this dress. Like if I was like, I would dress them in this.
And
I think
of course
it's cute.
it comes with bloomers because it's indecent to show your nappy.
Yeah, because this is cute because like even though it's got like lots of the details, the material is like this really nice soft cotton. It's like sort of like bed sheet kind of cotton, like brushed cotton.
You know that bed sheets can have different.
Okay, well.
Okay.
And then it's got like the only thing I wouldn't like. I don't like this bit here.
No. Okay, I do understand
because
it does
like
have netting.
Textured. It's
soft on the inside,
yeah,
soft.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be scratchy on them.
I think this is a lovely
yeah. I mean,
first outfit.
It's pretty cute.
Thank you. See, it's not even pink.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's probably why. Other reasons I quite like it.
Go on then. Show me your first outfit.
Okay. Well, talking of pink, I got this little little shirt with the colour. This was also Rupert's. It was one of the things we put him in. This was one of the things that people would be like, is it a girl or a boy? And we're like, does it matter? And then to make it a bit more like, cool, because I got these like joggy bums.
So this is from Jojo Mum and Baby.
Yeah.
This lovely onesie here.
And these little joggy bottoms are from
Kidley.
They're very sweet.
They are. I don't necessarily see the practicality of jogging bottoms for a baby.
Because they're comfy and they have all this like big bottom space for their big nappy.
Uh-huh.
And then because if they're going out, tiny denim jacket. See, it looks really good.
It's a biker baby.
Yeah, so this goes in
Oh my goodness. And then, this is my one.
They're like a 1950s date.
Yes, they are. So, Dank, this is why when we go out, people say, is it girl and a boy?
No, the weirdest
What is it?
The weirdest thing that happened the other day was we both had the girls on, like you were wearing one and I was wearing one, and in the baby slings. And this lady said to us, oh, we're like, yeah, they're twins. Oh, identical twins. Oh, right. Are they both yours? Or I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, this is the TV show. We had identical twins and then we split them at birth and we've each taken one.
That's the weirdest thing that someone has said.
So far.
All right, next outfit.
Okay, outfit number 2. Now I'm going to start with something I know you hate, but don't worry, it's not actually involved in the outfit.
This may be the one that's caused arguments before.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. You know what? The trousers on their own are okay. It's the top that I hated so much.
Okay, so these knitted trousers with the little bobbles on the bottom. Cute. Aren't they cute? They're super cute. And they come as part of a 2-piece set. But I know that she hates the
jumper.
Trousers. I thought you hated the trousers.
No, the jumper is okay. Oh, the trousers are okay. I wouldn't personally want my leg in that, but it just feels like...
For warmth, that's brilliant. So good. Look at your toasty toes.
I don't know.
And you've got little
and then when they
balls.
move their feet, they're like, if they're wiggling their toes, it just feels all like they can feel all those bits of...
Maybe you just have an aversion to wool, darling. It doesn't mean our children have to.
Is it actually wool though?
No.
Okay, good.
Of course it's not wool. I'd never put wool in our babies. As I was saying.
No, but it was the jumper that caused the problems. Because Jessica kept dressing them up. You got to get that jumper. In the jumper with those trousers.
Okay, well, hang on, because actually I've used the top half as
That's
a little
fine.
cardigan.
That's not the jumper that we're talking about. What have you done with the jumper that I hated so much? Has it gone?
I'm selling it on Vintage.
Okay, good. Yeah. I really didn't like it. It had like a frilly lacy bit around here and it was like really like they just look so choked up in it, these poor girls, and I just didn't like it.
I would have worn it. Anyway.
But this is cute.
Yes, thank you. So I've used the kind of top part as a cardigan. It's from Dandelion, by the way. These little knitted sets that I like so much because I just think they're very practical and warm.
Do you know why I was immediately like, does it have pockets? And
does it have pockets? What, the dress?
Yeah.
Is it a dress with pockets? Are there pockets in the dress? Boy baby clothes do often, for some obscure reason, have pockets. Girl baby clothes do not. Golly.
That's also the same with adult clothes.
No, I think they know that.
Oh, okay.
That was the point I was making.
Excuse me, I'm not the sharpest tool in this shed at the moment.
From George Asda, I got it on Vinted. Vinted has a good twin section.
Yes, we will be reselling quite a lot of things on Vinted as well. I was literally looking at a box of things they've already outgrown. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to start selling these things. We don't have to keep them because we're not going to have more than 3 kids.
No.
We kept all of Rupert's things.
Although so many people have asked me that so far. And then it has a bonnet. I added the bonnet. But it matches the dress colour perfectly.
Rupert also wore bonnet.
And he looked so cute. Don't you dare tell me he didn't look cute in his bonnet. That child had no hair.
He had no hair.
No hair till he was 2.
So we kind of had to give him a woolly bonnet, otherwise he'd just get really cold.
Freezing
lose
cold.
Like all his body.
Absolutely freezing cold, poor child. So yeah, there you go. It's got a little bloomers because you've got to cover the nappy. I just cannot see nappies. I cannot.
No, it does look a bit indecent. I think
it's just not right. Don't show me her underwear.
Yeah, his head never fit that, did it?
Probably like the day he was born for an hour.
He had a big head.
He had a massive head.
All right.
Thank God you didn't.
I had
have
similar
to
colour.
Push him out.
Look.
Oh, that's cute. Look, we can put them in these, coordinating.
Exactly. So mine's a little bit more teal, but this was Rupert's outfit.
It was, yes.
So it's just like a nice little t-shirt with a Peter Pan collar, because I do also like the Peter Pan collars. I think they look really cute. And this is my little Winnie the Pooh romper.
It's so cute.
And that was
from M&S.
Yeah, that was really sweet. I mean, it's getting a bit colder, so we probably need to put it with some tights or something.
Or some long socks.
Yeah,
I'm really
socks.
into long socks.
He wore a lot of long socks, didn't he, Rupert?
Rupert really likes
And the good thing about that as well, if they get a bit hot, you can just, or you're doing a nappy change, you can just quickly, you can leave with the socks on, or you can rip the socks off.
Yeah, nappy change.
Tights are annoying, aren't they?
With socks on, you just...
And I'm not sure what to do with tights. Do they go under the bloomers, over the bloomers? Like,
why would they go over the bloomers? Why do you think decorative bloomers
not the bloomers
would go
this bit
tights?
This bit here. Do they go under this bit or over that bit?
They go over that part.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Next up, outfit number 3. It has a bonnet.
Oh god.
Bonnets are great. Everyone looks adorable in a bonnet.
I mean, if we ever do like if we ever do like photos or anything like that on our Instagram, well, we do photos. When I say if we ever, when we do post on Instagram, which will become more frequent as we get
follow us at Jessie and Claude
as we become a little bit more with
come
it.
Out of the newborn period.
If you ever see a baby wearing a bonnet, it will be definitely dressed by Jessica. If you see a baby without a bonnet, it may or may not be dressed by me. Most of the time, if they're on Instagram and it's made it to the page, they're not dressed by me. Jessica is very strict.
But also, we don't show our babies' faces on the internet, and it is easier to cover their face if they're wearing a bonnet, because you see the side of the bonnet rather than their little face, side of their face.
Yeah. It's another reason why we got Rupert really into hats.
That was all him. He's so into hats. Third outfit. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we have a very...
This was my cardigan.
This was your cardigan.
We have loads of my cardigans.
We have so many of your
It's
things.
a very strange... I think my mother might have knit this one. She was not known to be a knitter. I mean, maybe not. Because actually this is quite good design, but whoever did it is very...
The collar
what size was this baby?
The collar is like
so
ridiculous.
small.
It's a doll. It would fit a doll if you actually do it up. It's massive.
It's more like...
width.
It's like a cape.
It's a cape.
It's very
But your
sweet.
mother did very well. She kept a lot of your things. Clearly very loving.
Yeah, and it's nice that the girls can now wear
Yeah,
them.
I know. It's so they never get to meet their pawpaw, but
And
they
we
get
did-
to wear things.
We
she
did
made.
put them on. We put them on Rupert as well.
Yes.
Which was really nice. I mean, I don't know how much warmth this one gives.
None.
It gives you a little bit warmth on the shoulders.
Illusion.
Yeah.
And then the little bodysuit underneath is.
Yeah, I can't decide if I like these or not.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, the velvet.
Well, I'll decide for you. It's lovely. It's so warm, toasty, and Vic has got this lovely smock.
Because like this
front.
bit inside
I saw
probably is
these.
quite itchy.
What?
On the chest, that
What are you
bit.
talking about?
Not itchy, but it's just different, isn't it? But yeah, I do agree it does keep them warm.
I saw this in M&S and I was like, I've got to have it.
And we got a blue one
Beautiful,
as
yes. And then she said I had to have the blue one.
well. A blue and a pink.
I couldn't have two.
I mean, it's
pink
peach.
ones.
What is it? Peach. It does look quite like you wouldn't think this was like bought from the shop like now. It does look quite vintage, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does look like something my mum would have put me in like the 80s.
that's my ideal.
It's kind of got that slight carpet feel, you know, like 80s carpet.
I'm just stroking your breast now. Sorry.
Now, mine's very with the times because flares, which are back in,
I know they are back in.
and this really cute little like jumper that goes with it.
Oh, it's a matching set.
I've not actually even dressed them in this yet. I'm excited.
It's adorable. It's a very
It's
sweet
like
matching
it's
set.
like got little peaches on it.
Oh, peach matches.
Yeah, see? They hold them up together.
And peaches.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really sweet.
yay.
And then, better than my old cardigan at keeping warmth, but I got this tiny fleece.
Oh, and you know what's really special is it matches your tiny fleece.
Yeah, and I've got a tiny fleece as well. What am I talking about?
We are at home, babe.
I've got a tiny fleece, just like this.
Okay. This is very cute.
I got Rupert one as well to match, so we could all match together.
Yeah, I actually have a gilet that matches this.
Yeah, but then he was like, I was like, look, I bought us a fleece so we could all match together. And then he went, no. I thought, oh. So anyway, I've got him the fleece, but it's a green one.
Yeah.
He's into like more traditional boy colours at the moment, isn't he?
Favourite colour currently is violet.
But children are very changeable. Very fickle things, aren't they?
Can look adorable.
Yeah, I would wear this. Well, maybe not the flares. I'm really not with it with the fashion these days. Like, when did these baggy trousers
Where
come
were
in?
you?
Gosh. Like, I think it's because I've not had a chance. I don't go out like shopping, and I've not
like-
even been to the high street.
I
have no
was
idea.
fashionable in the 1950s.
Yeah, but you've
Sixties.
you've got a distinct look going on. I just look like badly dated, like a millennial that's not gone out and seen like daylight for about half a decade, which is basically
that's
true.
not true. Someone be nice to her quick in the comments.
My trousers still go in at the ankles. I mean, skinny trousers, they even. I'm not wearing skinny trousers.
They're not
I
skinny
I wear
jeans.
like mum jeans. Right now I'm just wearing chinos. I mean,
You're too harsh on yourself.
I didn't get the memo about these like baggy trousers, and then suddenly they were everywhere.
No, it's fine. The fashion's changed now. It's that everyone can have their own fashion.
What's up with these barrel-shaped trousers,
I
by
do
the way?
not know.
I actually did try some on, didn't I? And I was like, what are these?
That was not good.
It's like my brain can't adjust to the fashion. Like, I put them on and I'm like, it just looks really odd. I just don't get it. And I'm like, oh no, I'm turned into an old lady.
I'm old.
So, you know.
It's okay. I just don't like trousers.
It's alright. We've got daughters now. They'll help dress me.
Yeah.
In like 15 years, maybe.
Yeah, I can dress you until then.
I'm not going to
what we
let you
did
dress
with my
me.
mum,
I'm
it's
not wearing a
fine.
bonnet. Right.
Okay,
Now
you
this-
ready? It's my turn.
Oh.
My goodness. Jumping ahead, you're so excited about dressing babies. See, you thought you wouldn't be.
Well, that's what we actually had to fight about, wasn't it? Because it wasn't a fight.
It's not really a fight.
Jessica-
You don't really fight.
Jessica
She
was-
just says something grouchy, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you a minute.
No, I cried. It was a bit.
Okay.
It was a bit of an overreaction.
Wasn't it?
I cried because you put them in those fluffy pink woolly clothes again, the one with the collars that you're going to sell Vinted that I luckily have never seen again since I cried. And I said I really don't like those, but I didn't want to say anything because you dressed them. She dressed them both the girls in these things things like so many times, and she'd be like, I love them, they're true vintage, blah blah blah. But I really,
And she hadn't previously told me that she didn't like them.
I really didn't like them.
She just had a breakdown.
So that morning I just had a breakdown. I was like, I really don't like these. They give me like sensory, like I just don't like the touch, I don't like the look, I don't like the feel. I had visions of dressing our baby girls just as much as you.
I had dreams!
Yeah, I want to dress them too.
I was like, okay,
And then for
honey.
about 2 weeks afterwards, you were like, I'm going to put them in this and this. Is that okay? And I was like, just dress them in whatever you want. Like, Christ, stop asking me.
I just didn't want you to have another breakdown.
And I have a breakdown, I know. I think I'd had like no
gosh.
sleep that night.
Okay, outfit number 4. Ooh. I know it's really pink, but it's
Well,
quite
this
cute.
is not colour matching.
This is a headband. No, I just wanted an excuse to get a headband in there.
Yeah, it's quite cute though. With that, it does look quite
Yeah.
like little washerwoman. Like a dinner lady from the 1970s, or 60s more likely.
Okay, so this little gingham romper is from Rachel Riley. Very, very cute. And it has hand embroidered
Little rabbits.
smocking and little
Tiny
rabbits. And the rabbits have got fluffy tails.
You've always been a fan of the smocking.
I'm such a fan of smocking.
And
I
this
did
was
get
one
to
of my
wear enough
cardigans.
smocking. Yes, this is Laundra's cardigan. See, why buy new things when...
Yeah, just make sure your parents kept your clothes from like 40 years ago.
You're not that old.
Well, what if they were my sisters? They
Oh.
could be 41 years old.
They could be your sister's baby thing.
But they're at least 37 years old.
That is incredible. For our grandchildren.
Yeah. We told Rupert that he wore them, because he really likes when the girls wear his old clothes, and I was like, well, this is actually yours, but it was mine. And he was like, what? I don't think he can quite fathom that I was a baby once.
Yes, you can't quite conceptualise that. Despite the fact that he looks just like you as a baby.
Why does that make it easier for him to understand?
Because he's seen pictures of him as a baby and he gets it. But and he's seen pictures of you as a baby, but he doesn't get it.
Yeah, but you know.
There we go.
Well,
Yeah, I thought this was super adorable.
And it goes quite nicely with my little outfit.
Oh!
Which is a kind of girly denim shirt, oversized denim shirt.
Yes.
Which I thought was a dress at first, but then I put it on and I was like, that is definitely not a dress.
It's not covering her bottom.
No, and then some tiny little white.
Oh, the stretchy trousers from H&M.
Which I like to put. I would basically dress them in this every day, all the time. Like not this. I mean, like the trousers.
Yeah, she loves those stretchy trousers
they're so
from
comfy.
H&M.
I mean, I just assume they're comfy. I've not tried them on. Look, they're like.
They become progressively less comfy
can,
over time though,
and
because the band gets tucked.
And they're they grow with them so well.
Yeah.
Like they can start off quite baggy, then they can end up quite tight, and then
Yeah.
like all clothes.
You get a range of different looks.
But I think these ones are comfortable when they get tight.
I remember Rupert was wearing them as kind of like capri pants. He got to the biggest size that they do.
Initially.
And they were just coming to beneath.
Initially, they start off like Simon Cowell pants, then they're like
all the way up here.
and then they slowly migrate their way down their body, and then they migrate their way up. I'm finding it that funny.
I don't know. We have babies. We have newborns.
It's really not that
just
funny.
everything is hilarious right
Yes.
now. Oh, are our babies newborns? Great question. Technically they've been alive 4 months now, but they are only 12 weeks adjusted.
Yeah, I would say they're not newborns anymore.
So they act like 12-week-old
yeah.
babies. Oh, I have a driving lesson in 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so fun fact, I had a driving lesson and I failed. Really unfairly. I only had 3 minors, but I parked perfectly back at the test centre and I thought she was going to say you've passed, but actually she said I had failed because...
And not even for a major. You weren't driving unsafe or anything.
Because the national speed limit here in the UK is 60 miles an hour, but we were on this country road and there were signs that said very tight bends, 30 miles an hour max, and I'd never driven on the road before, and we got to the end of the tight bends and I didn't know if the next bend was going to be a tight one or not, so I kept at 30 and apparently that was wrong. I should have sped up.
I know, and you
60.
told me afterwards that it was the one little country road route that you hadn't gone with your instructor, so that's why you didn't know what to expect.
We had done every other Every other road.
I know.
But you can't do every road, it's not possible.
Yeah, but still very frustrating. And now what's even more frustrating, I mean, now we're talking around about UK driving, but so we can move on.
It takes a long time to book
It's
driving
like 6 months
tests.
waiting list for a driving test. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Oh, I remember
And
that cardigan and that little romper.
Yeah, so again, these are both Rupert's.
Is that romper back to front?
Yes, this romper is back to front. My apologies. Don't look. So this romper is true vintage, and it was worn by Rupert when he was little. And it's very cute. It also has smocking on it.
We better put the girls in these things before they outgrow them.
I know. Well, fortunately we have 2 of them, so you know they can wear lots of things.
Yeah, but the girls are the same size.
Yes, but they can wear twice as many clothes as he can in the same amount of time.
Yes, that's true.
It has smocking on it. Look at little rabbits. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, I remember I liked this one.
And then this cardigan I got from Trotters, I believe, and it has little bunny rabbits.
No, they're bears, darling.
Sorry, they're bears. I meant to say bears. That was what's in my mind, and then bunny rabbits came out. Very strange. Very strange.
Well, my top equally has something sweet on it. It's a little cardigan. It's Rupert's. It was Rupert's. And it has tiny mushrooms on it.
does.
And I really love mushrooms.
Guess who bought the bear one and who bought the mushroom one?
And this is from Mamas and Papas. It is a little bit strange though, because like the arms are really long.
So many baby things.
Is it meant
our
to
babies have really short arms?
Is it meant to be cropped? And like, or is it just like really long arms?
Like our baby are constantly rolling up the sleeves for our babies.
The denim shirt also has really long arms.
I'm like, are they tall?
And then
with short arms?
it was going to wear it with this little, again, Peter Pan collared plain one.
From Jojo Mum and Baby.
And then with these like little brown corduroy
Those were from
pants,
Kidley.
which is really cute.
This entire outfit also.
And have been very kindly pre-stretched by their brother around the waist.
Yes! How kind of him.
But it is really nice having your second and / third babies and being able to dress them in clothes that you dressed your firstborns in. It just like brings back lots of memories, and it's just like really.
I know,
and
and
really
you look at
lovely,
him and
isn't
you're
it?
like, oh, you were a baby once.
Yeah.
Love you so
Because they're in those
much.
clothes for such a short amount of time, which is what is so shocking. It's like you want them to look cute and it's adorable and it like gives you so much joy to dress them, but then like literally like 2 weeks later they don't fit that thing anymore. And it's like, but I think it's worth buying the thing that makes you happy, you know, whether it's like brand new or second hand, and putting them in it. And you don't even have to necessarily have a photo, but I mean obviously try and get the photo so you can remember, but it just like brings you that like
the joy
of what having a baby is about.
Yeah, and then you can pass it on to someone else who's going to have a baby, a family member,
or we
if
can
it's a
keep
really expensive
them.
item, you can sell it. Yeah, you can keep
them
it,
like my mum
your
did with the
mum did.
cardigans. Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to do that, especially with the vintage things.
Yeah.
And then just be like...
We'll keep the ones she kept, but also we'll keep our favourite things, like some of those like ones with the smocking. Oh my gosh, I'm keeping the ones with the smocking. I mean, to be fair, it's because your clothes are actually more, because they're traditional,
And
they
they
kind of last. Whereas like, why would I keep like...
a jean jacket?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, do you think I should keep this? I feel like it wouldn't survive 40 years.
I don't know how many children it will survive, no.
Exactly.
No, probably not, no. I love baby clothes.
I know.
It's one of the best bits of having a kid. I mean, it makes it more rewarding. All the hard bits. You're like, but at least I get to make you adorable.
Yeah, it is nice. If it's like this morning I was tired and the girls were a bit grouchy and like we've all been recovering from a cold and they're in their pyjamas, which are basically just like the onesies. Is that what they call them? Baby grows, you know, like...
Baby grow.
Baby grow with their feet covered and everything, and it's all like nice soft cotton. And I just had a cardi on top because we had breakfast. And I was thinking, oh, like, do I have to actually... Should I dress them? Should I just leave them in that? Like, it doesn't really matter. No one's even going to see them. Like, oh. But then, like, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to dress them. Like, because it brings me, like, joy. And also, I don't know, it just, like, almost, even though they're tiny, to me, it's like sets them up. It's kind of like...
Yeah, sets them up for their day.
Yeah, it's like...
Gets them ready.
It's like, well, we dress you out. You don't just slob around in your pyjamas. You have to get dressed proper. Don't you think?
I mean, Rupert's the same. We wouldn't let him just wear his pyjamas all day long.
No.
Absolutely not. No. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've had an enjoyable time. Let us know which outfits you like the best. Who won? Was it me?
I didn't know it was a competition.
I mean, it is now. I don't know.
I think more people will dress their babies like me, but people will appreciate your fashion.
I think you probably would win. That's very fair, that's very fair. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jessica Out of the Closet for more vintage baby clothes
And also
outfits.
just vintage outfits on you more.
Outfits on me, yes, as well. Not just babies. No. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get some wonderful money off KiwiCo, which we really love as a family. It's a fabulous, fabulous little service. And of course, you can follow us both on Instagram together at Jessie and Claude, where we share like slice of life type of stuff.
Indeed.
Yes.
Family life. Family love.
With 2 mums and 3 children, 2 of whom are newborns. Kind of.
You're gonna have to stop saying newborns at some point.
They're just babies now?
Babies.
They're just babies. I guess they're just babies. We've just got 2 babies. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.